All right, so Garmin recently dropped the Forerunner 570, and everyone's wondering, should you grab that or scoop up the older, but now cheaper, Forerunner 965? Let's break it down. The 965 has been around for just over 2 years now, swinging hard as Garmin's top-tier running and triathlon beast. It had the fancy AMOLED display, loaded training features, and felt like it could coach you to the Olympics if you let it. But now that the Forerunner 970 is out, Garmin's dropped the 965 to $499.99, which honestly is kind of wild for what you're getting. Meanwhile, the 570 just launched literally May 15th, and it's replacing the 265 as Garmin's mid-range hero. It's priced at $549.99, so technically more expensive than the discounted 965, which makes this comparison kind of interesting. Let's talk build and feel. The 965 is rocking a titanium bezel, super tough, feels premium, and like it could survive a mountain fall. The 570, aluminum bezel, not bad at all, just not quite the same indestructible cyborg on your wrist vibe. The 570 is lighter though, 50 grams versus 53 grams, and a bit thinner too, so if you're someone who wears a watch 24/7, even in your sleep, that lighter build might feel nicer. Both watches have a gorgeous 1.4-inch AMOLED screen, but the 570's is twice as bright. Seriously, it's the brightest screen Garmin's ever slapped on a smartwatch. Battery life though? The 965 crushes it. You're getting up to 23 days in smartwatch mode and 31 hours with GPS on. The 570? Just 11 days smartwatch and 18 hours GPS. Not bad, but definitely not endurance race material. Storage-wise, the 965 goes big with 32 gigs, which means more music, more maps, and more data stored right on your wrist. The 570 only has 8 gigs and it offers basic navigation, GPX routes, back to start, without built-in maps or advanced features like Climb Pro found in 965. So if you're the type to go exploring off the grid, the 965's got your back. Now for the cool new stuff, the 570 brings in voice calling and a mic for voice commands. You can literally take a call or yell at your watch to set a timer. The 965 doesn't do that. So if you like your smartwatch to feel, well, smart, this could be a big one for you. Training-wise, both are stacked, but the 965 still has a bit of an edge with things like real-time stamina, endurance score, hill score, and more. The 570 counters with new features like skin temperature tracking and an evening report that gives you a quick rundown of how your day and night went. Nice touch for health-focused folks. Neither the Garmin Forerunner 965 nor the 570 has ECG, even though the 570's Elevate Gen 5 heart rate sensor could technically handle it. When it comes to sport modes, both watches are stacked with options, but the Forerunner 965 still has the upper hand overall. That said, Garmin did sneak in a few new ones on the 570 that you won't find on the 965, at least not yet. We're talking things like obstacle course racing, mobility workouts, plus more niche stuff like hunting, horseback riding, fishing, boating, and a couple others. So if you're into some of those more off the beaten path activities, the 570 might surprise you. And yeah, you can see the full list of sport profiles right here on the screen. Interface-wise, the 570 looks more modern, borrowing that fresh Phoenix 8 style UI with focus modes and large font options. The 965's interface is more familiar if you've used Garmin before, but might feel a little dated next to the 570's facelift. So to conclude, if you want something that lasts forever, has maps built in, and is packed with high-end training tools, the 965 is a no-brainer, especially at that $499.99 price tag. But if you're all about a sleek design, that crazy bright display, voice features, and a bit more smartwatch in your sport watch, the 570 is calling your name. It really comes down to what kind of experience you want on your wrist. Serious athlete? Go 965. Everyday fitness meets lifestyle. The 570 is your match. With that said, we are at the end of this video. Thanks for watching. Peace.